Hi from the Kansa channel, welcome back. I'm today wearing my Kizomba na Rua t-shirt. I don't know how much you can see of it. Progetto Kizomba na Rua, because it's Sunday when I'm doing this. And if I had it all my way on a Sunday, I would of course go dancing on the streets in Luanda. This is another part of the Mythbuster series. This could actually be called Kizomba for Dummies because I'm doing this like kind of tongue-in-cheek for us non-Angolans to understand what it's about. With the 10 years experience that I've had into diving into these things and this wonderful culture. And if you want something deeper from real Angolans who teach in English, check out University of Kizomba and Tanya Mendonça. Especially Rui, who is Angolan, lives in Luanda. His University of Kizomba is really fantastic source of information. But here I'm just busting some of the most typical myths that us non-Angolans have about Kizomba and everything related to that. Because I actually believed in a lot of these myths myself for many years. Because early when Kizomba started being spread all around the world outside of Angola, there was a lot of misinformation, from people who are meaning well, but maybe they didn't have the info. Maybe they were not all Angolans. Two of these things that I want to completely bust today is Kizomba is a Latin dance. No, it's not. It's an African dance. And Kizomba has something to do with Cape Verde. No, it's an Angolan dance. But why would these myths have ever begun? Because there must be a reason that some sort of a myth was created. So let's go back about 10 years when Kizomba was spreading from Portugal to the rest of the world. A lot of the times Kizomba was taught in salsa festivals in the early days. So they were Latin dance festivals, and then one part of those festivals was Kizomba. So people got an idea that it has something to do with Latin dances, and it doesn't. It's a partner dance, but so is waltz, and that's not a Latin dance either, as far as I know. So no, it's definitely not a Latin dance. It is an African dance with African roots, and if we want to go deeper into that, then yes, there are musical influences that have gone back and forth across the Atlantic Ocean with the slaves first to create a lot of the Latin music, combined with whatever they combined it with, and then coming back with, for example, the Cuban soldiers that came to Angola during the long civil war. So you can hear some of the Cuban Latin influences in the music from the past few decades, but it is completely and entirely an African dance. As to the other part, why there's actually still a lot of Kizomba dancers in the world who think that Kizomba is from Cape Verde. There are some people who really insist that it's from Cape Verde. That, for example, when they hear me talking about Kizomba as an Angolan dance, they're asking me to prove that it's an Angolan dance and not Cape Verdean. Duh! Well, some of the early teachers of Kizomba outside of Angola were Cape Verdeans, and they were good teachers, but they were not Angolans, so they were teaching their way. Cape Verde also has dancing, of course, partner dancing, but you don't find Kizomba there. If you find Kizomba in Cape Verde today, it's because it was exported to Cape Verde, just like it was exported to all of these other countries. Cape Verde has its own dances. There is a great influence in the music, though, because the Civil War years, that lasted a long time. Angola was in war for several decades in a row. Independence and then the Civil War. They were not making that much music. They were making some, but making music during the war times when there's no studios and no production, not so much. So they were consuming a lot of music that was produced by Cape Verdeans. They make fantastic music for dancing. So there are some connections, but as a dance, it is definitely just Angolan. Even I was mistaken in the beginning years because I was learning with some Cape Verdean teachers, and I was, of course, absorbing everything they say and misunderstanding and so on. A lot of the times they would actually talk about passada, because people dance all kinds of passadas in Guinea-Bissau and Angola and Mozambique and all these countries. But as a pure kizomba culture, it's Angolan, because even the word is Kimbundu language from Angola. It took me a long time to understand that there is no kizomba in Cape Verde. It actually was, I was already teaching other dummies, but I did the best I could because we didn't have any other teachers in those times in Finland. So yeah, I was trying hard to learn the real thing, and this is why I'm here, helping you to learn the real things from someone who's done all that and made all the mistakes. Some of my students actually traveled to Cape Verde, and this was 2014 when I realized my mistake. I'd already been dabbling with kizomba for 4 years, and some of my students traveled to Cape Verde to combine beach holiday with dancing kizomba, and they came back after 2 weeks. They said they didn't find any kizomba on any of these islands that they visited, and I thought, But luckily I knew some Angolans at those days already, and they could tell me that it really is just Angolan. So 2 myths busted. It's not Latin, it's African, and it's not Cape Verdean, it's Angolan. Might sound really simple to most of you who listen to me because you already know, but I still hear this. I live in Lisbon for many years now, and even here, a lot of people are talking about kizomba as these 2 myths. So I wanted to do this quick one just to bust these 2 myths, biggies. So feel free to share this video to anyone who's uncertain, or anyone who wants to learn about more. And I will do this in a tongue-in-cheek way, lighthearted, as a tourist in this kizomba culture to other tourists in kizomba culture. I do feel it's more and more my culture now, or I don't own it, but it owns me, let's put it that way, and I'm really happy about it. I want to say hi to all my friends in Angola. I terribly miss you in these corona times, and let's meet here on some Sunday soon, okay? Have a great one.